Great start. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Ugh. Excuse me. Messages are inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters. Ugh. Yeah, we beat the rotted Sumeru ill, right? Thick. I thought I had all that. I thought I had all my ritual blood 5. Oh my god, I need 15 of them. I need 4. Fucker! Really? Okay. In the first room after the lair 1 lamp, there are 3 chests. 1 hidden in the smoke to the left. There are a total of 4 ritual blood 5s in these chests. Thank you. Good lord, that makes it fast. That's the amount that I fucking need. Okay. 3 chests, 1 hidden in the smoke hole, there are a total of 4. Where's this third chest? Alright. Good. That was quick. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for the internet. Otherwise, that would have been a pain. Final chalice. Hey, buddy. Gonna kill you. I dodged back, not forward. Yeah, no, I can't get to that. I have to go to the other side. I have to find the other way around. Do I? Okay. Sitting up is definitely more comfortable, ironically enough. Not leaning back because it's just more comfortable for me that way. Poison douchebag. I hope nothing else is after me because I hear things. Oh, now I'm getting all the ritual blood 5s. Thanks. bro. Bagman. Bagman. Actually, I gotta get used to parrying you. I gotta get used to parrying you, sec bro. Yeah, what are you, the sack bro from the beginning? Come on, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that shit. Hello, spider. I don't even know where you came from. Oh. Pickaxe man. You aren't killing me. Damn it. Well, I'm gonna quit and reload because I want that. Wondering where you were. Thank you. Thank you, you scurrying bitch. Yes, I want my shining coins. Give me all the coins. All of them. Bag man. Ooh. You're gonna come out here, Bagman. Oops. I meant to dash around him, not into him. Son of a bitch. I just gotta be more patient with some of my shots, that's all. If only he didn't kick me there. Seriously, getting me stuck on a wall? If I weren't so worried about some of your attacks, I wouldn't sporadically shoot. But I also wouldn't be doing that if I was better at the timing. Out of fear, though, of getting hit. is still why I fail. I should still just try to play the parrying like it's Dark Souls, but still it's different enough for me. Hey, I dodged that. I'm not sure if I can parry that. What? Fuck, dude. I was trying to shoot during that barrage of volleys. There we go. My timings are on. Just early. You did that way too close. I don't have time to parry you. Oh! You caught me off guard with that head smack. Damn you. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, see my timing. There we go. I gotta get his rhythm when he does that swipe attack thing. Damn it. I have his attacks down. I just need to feel his rhythm. Well, alright. I don't have that rhythm down for him, though, at all. His head slam is or his headbutt's the only one I'm really good with then. So I gotta shoot earlier when he does those swipes. I didn't kill you. How'd you die? I'll take it. If you're giving me restocks on my shit, I'll take it. No one's gonna throw anything? Alright. I missed an item. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for the bullets. Bullets. Bullates. Empty random ass room for no reason at all? Goodbye. Oi, 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 oi. Why do I let these guys fucking hit me? Because I'm not. I underestimate their speed all the time. It's weird that I just gotta drop down to here. Wasn't there a pickaxe guy? Oh, there he is. Somehow he fell. So what's everyone up to? How's everybody doing? I am hyped for DLC, finally. Get fucked. Fatty. You fat piece of crap. No one likes a big fatty with a gun who likes to pull his dang weapon out last minute because he's an idiot. Rat jam. Who wants a rat jam? Ow. No one wants no rat jam. Yeah, come on, get up. It's time to slam now. Welcome to the rat jam. Rat jam indeed, yes. It's your chance. Do you dance at the rat jam? Rat jam's my favorite type. My favorite, exactly. I'm doing well. How about yourself? I love me some rat jam. On my rat toast. Unfortunately, I'm lactose intolerant. I'm gonna stop now. Trying to kill Sir Forever Alone. He's a very good fight. He's a very, very good fight. Surprisingly, he's not like the hardest. Like when I first fought him, I was like, wow, this guy's not as hard as I was expecting, you know, some of these bosses to be. Like I had a harder time with Fume Knight. Like once you get some of his attacks down, he's actually not the worst like boss. But at least the Iron King has some. The Iron King DLC has some really good bosses, minus the Smelters reskin. However, even though that's not even that bad of a boss, it's not Gank Squad levels of terrible. It's more annoying than the fact that it's a reskin. However, I do like the Smelter Demon's boss weapon because it's also blue. So I do like his version better than the original, just by his look. But, you know, his area is worse than him. I normally just stick close to alone, like at a decent pace from him, and then like I just dodge to his side, his sword hand side, which would basically be, I believe, his right. Because he's got some lunges. He's got a thrust where he grabs you. His phase 2 adds like a jump slam down. But like, other than that, some of his attacks are very heavily telegraphed. You just gotta have. He doesn't have like, he has like one slight delay attack where he like winds up. And then he does like a charge thrust. He does like a charge forward upper slash. He has like some of his attacks are kind of like quick, so you gotta like be careful. He'll surprise you. Like when I went to go, you can actually, if you want, on my Twitch or on my YouTube. I believe it. I don't know if it's up. I don't know if it's released. It's on YouTube. I don't know if it's released, but on my Twitch, if you look at my Sir Alone no-hit kill, you might be able to get some ideas on how to fight him. Because, yeah, he has a special animation if you manage to beat him without taking a hit from him. You might be able to get some ideas on how to actually fight him. Better than I can actually explain. But if you don't want to, I can understand that'll definitely, like, you may want to learn your strats on your own. I can understand that. But if you need some help, that video is definitely there. And the only reason I went for it is because I think he's like the only boss that has a secondary animation for his kill, besides like maybe the chariot. If you shoot it down with arrows, he has that secondary kill. But that's like about it. Like, that's not a massive thing where it's like, oh, I need to beat chariot without taking damage. He's the only boss that I know that has that. It's way harder for me than Fume Knight, too damn fast. No, I get that. I definitely get that. Fume Knight for me was that he has some much heavier delays. Like, not that either are really particularly difficult. But that's the thing about Souls, though. Not everyone is the same, so... Like, I find Fume Knight a little harder. Not necessarily tough at all. It's just some of his attacks get me. Sir Alone definitely is fast. He will surprise you. The run to the boss is, oh my god, the run to Alone is a pain, yeah. Once you have everything though, it's really kind of just an easier run. It's the initial searching for everything that's a pain in the ass. Once you actually got everything and are done doing all that, then it's kind of just fuck the lizards and everything and just run straight to him. But yeah, no, if you don't know like good ways of dodging the enemies or whatever, yeah, it is an annoying run to him. Not as bad as Smelter, though. If you haven't gone to the second, the optional area for the blue Smelter, that run is worse. Especially if you're trying to get everything. You remember when I was doing it? You had to, like, open the gate, freaking dodge through the enemies to make it under the gate in time, and then dodge the fucking fire lizard statue balls. Just because you need to go down to those drops if you want the items that are located on the higher platforms. And then there's the guys that, like, basically... The guys that basically, that are down there, there's some cleric guys that basically, like, cast magic on you that slow you down. So you're sitting there walking at a snail's pace. And then you got the big dudes with the giant freaking clubs. Like, yeah, that run back is the absolute worst. Alone's is pales in comparison to him. But no, like, yeah, I was just saying, if you do need tips on Alone, you can go watch my Night Alone no-hit run. It did take me a while, only because I got greedy on one attempt where I actually had him beat, and I went for an extra couple hits thinking he wasn't going to dodge, and I can actually get the kill in, and he ended up hitting me. I'm like, motherfucker. That's why I never break the rhythm of hit once or twice and back off. I freaking broke that thinking, oh, I can get these last couple hits, and nope. But when I finally got it, it was nice, exhilarating. The annoying part about it is just quitting and reloading, but it wasn't that too bad. But you took out Fume Knight, so there you go. That's probably by far the best DLC fights besides the Ivory King, in my opinion. The Ivory King's also really good. Probably the only good boss in the entire Ivory King DLC. I mean, I do like the other boss, but I don't like that you face that same boss again in a more annoying area. Oh god. Just wait till the Ivory King DLC's optional area. You're probably never going to want to do it once you actually do it. If you do need help for the Ivory King's optional boss fight, run to, I'm always down to be summoned. I could always pop on to Scholar PS4 if you want my help running you to that area. Because Horsefuck Valley in the Ivory King DLC is fucking stupid. And I don't wish that area on nobody. Hi. Ho ho ho, buddy. Please don't be tanky as fuck, please. Oh my god, I said not damaging, I said tanky. Oh god, you're tanky. Oh, I didn't say kick me, you jackass. Oh, I rolled that. I hit the button and everything. Tanky. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, God, what is with his kicks that I'm not having good timing to dodge on at all? I don't... Oh, God. Ah. Didn't realize I was getting a visceral on it. Okay. Point blank shot, jackass. Wow, I don't understand. Okay, that was a heavy delay swing. If it's anything like the Theme Night DLC, then I may just quit now. I'm not having fun anymore. You're not? Oh, God. I'm sorry, I hear that. I mean, it's... If that's kicking your ass, it's gonna be more of the same kicking your ass. The enemies really... There's some different enemies. A lot of them are pretty much the same to an extent. There are some really bullshit parts. You're not gonna have fun at all at the optional area. I don't know about the rest of it. It's up to you, though. If you're feeling that way now, then I would say, yeah. This Souls game has been hands down the worst for me. I just want to get it done and done. Fuck. It's definitely the worst. It's not just for you, man. Dark Souls 2 is a good game, but it's downright the worst Souls game out there. But if you literally aren't enjoying it at all past the base game, or even that, then it's not even worthwhile. It's up to you at that point if you want to continue it, but I'm just going to say, yeah, the Ivory King DLC is probably not going to be any more fun for you than the rest. And honestly, it is some of the better content in terms of some of the boss fights and stuff like that, but like the areas are pretty rough if you're not prepared for it at all, especially going through it blind. I enjoyed the other two. I enjoyed the DLCs for the most part, but if you aren't, then you're definitely not going to have fun with the last DLC. Not that it's worse than the first one, in my opinion. It's one of the best ones, but it's still gonna be more bullshit, if not even harder than the others. There's a lot of annoyance, especially with the optional area. The optional area there is by far the worst. I don't know, are you liking the bosses, or is it the areas you're hating? Because, yeah, there's two bosses in the last DLC that... One of them is okay. Having to fight it again with another one, because there's two cats that you fight in the optional fight for that DLC, the last DLC, is really annoying. The run is annoying. The other two main bosses are fine. But if you're not enjoying it at all, then it's not worthwhile stressing about it. Yeah, no, you did get your money's worth, and you beat most of the game already with pretty much the entirety of the other... With the entirety of the Iron King DLC is pretty much done. You do need to... If you want to... Technically, you have beaten it. If you want to count the fact that Fume Knight is done, which he's the boss that you get the crown from. Alone technically just gives you another Nadalia's soul. Or, Smelter Wedge? One of the two. If you need to beat Alone and Fume Knight to get basically the crown as well as the last Nadalia's soul. If you haven't already Smelter Wedged the rest. There is one in an area that I had trouble finding, if you recall. If you have gotten that, then you've gotten them all. But if not, then... Aside from getting a soul that you can use to trade in for either magic or a boss weapon, it's... Again, you're already not going for that, probably. So it might not even be worth it for you. The experience is enough. And I definitely can understand if you don't make a return to that game at all. Because it is indeed one of the most annoying Souls games. And trust me, I have over 300 deaths on that for a fucking reason. Even with my Souls experience, I am still the worst at Dark Souls 2. Just because of its differences in combat. I mean, you seem to thoroughly enjoy Dark Souls 3 and Demon Souls and whatever you probably played of 1, so... At least you're enjoying some of the best Souls games out there. Because getting through all that nonsense, Dark Souls is a really good franchise. 2 just is kind of... And Bloodborne, even. You enjoyed Bloodborne, even. Ow. And I gotta say, you are good enough at these games to at least even beat them. I've had a guy at work that I worked with a while back at Chick-fil-A who literally sold me his copy of Bloodborne because he couldn't even beat it. Most of the areas I actually find interesting. It's just a few of the runs. Yeah, no. Yeah, then you're gonna... You are gonna hate the optional area in the 3rd DLC. The 3rd DLC mostly is area. Because technically... You can technically face the first and last boss of the Ivory King right from the get-go. It's just, there's a gimmick with the cat where if you don't find this eye, the cat is technically invisible. And then they basically have you go run through the area to find this item, this key item that makes the cat visible. And then after you technically beat the cat, you technically can go fight the Ivory King immediately. However, you are gonna have all of those burnt Lois Knights on your ass. Remember when I was farming them for their souls? And I had a bunch of those non-burnt ones? All the white ones were freezing their portals? Basically, the area is basically having you just go around looking for these knights to be able to fight the Ivory King without having to worry about his henchmen. Otherwise, you're going to have a shit ton of a hard time on your hands. Other than that, the areas aren't really that bad. It's one of the better areas. It's the optional fight. The worst, though. Not only do you have to face 2 of them at once, sort of. It's kind of like the gargoyles from Dark Souls 1, where you kind of like beat one down to about halfway and then the second one appears. Or the man-eaters from Demon Souls. It's more like that, kind of. It's not like you're fighting 2 cats at once simultaneously. Until about halfway. But just the run back and dying to them is kind of the worst. That's why I said I'm here if you want to enlist me. I can at least help you tackle the cats and the area leading to them. Or even Smelter. And keep in mind, even if you decide to go fight the final boss now, or bosses, if you go and try to fight the final bosses now and beat them, you are not immediately thrusted to New Game Plus, like how Dark Souls 3 is. It gives you an option to do so. And then if you decline that option, you can rest at the bonfire, and then there's an option to journey to Drang Lake 2 at the bonfire. So you are given the choice to go to New Game Plus. So you can technically go back later on after some farming or grinding or whatever. I enjoy the OG Demon's pace of combat, so I don't know why DS2 feels so much more annoying. I guess its combat is awkward. Its lack of actually having a stat for iframes that's annoying. And it's just goofy. Its combat's a bit floaty, and some of the fights are just really bad. And the game is more bullshit than it is difficult. Their idea of difficulty for a good lot of the times is to jam-pack you with bullshit. Some fights on New Game Plus have ads. Areas are just retarded. Their idea for a fun runtime run back to a boss is a long stretch with a bunch of enemies berating you with bullshit. I mean, hell, you're running through an entire frigid wasteland with low visibility, more than you have visibility, and you're being chased most of the time with electric reindeer. Yeah, that's a fun run back. The optional fight for Smelter is you're being fucking hounded by a shit ton of enemies, a couple dudes that can slow your walking speed, running speed. Oh, that's a great idea. I mean, Fume Knights, or, Lalon's run back pales in comparison to some of those I just mentioned. And then one of their fights is like, you're gonna fight 3 against 1 opponent, and fucking you have to sit there and just play Ring Around the Rosie with half of them and see if you can get a hit or 2 on them. Electric reindeer, yeah. Reindeer, pony, whatever you want to call them. They're fucking stupid. If you get to that area, which is optional, and you need a key for it, you'll see what I mean. They don't attack you, like, that much, but eventually you'll hear a few of them come at you. And if you don't... And they're a pain to kill. And if you avoid them, there's times where you get more than 1 on you. And you have very low visibility, so you can barely see where you're going. Go the wrong way, you're just going to end up walking around in circles. There's a few, like, safe spots that you can go to, like little, like, buildings you can go into. But it's just not fun. I think I just had fucking flaming tobacco shoot down my throat. Or at least some tobacco in general. My throat's not on fire, it just hurts. Ow, what the hell? Oh, that came out of nowhere. But I've had fucking lit tobacco shoot down my throat before. That shit burns. But if you're not enjoying it at all, I would recommend then just finishing the game up and just call it a day then. You're not missing out on a lot. The only boss in the last DLC that's really going to give you any satisfaction, if at all, would be the final boss, the Ivory King. Fume Knight and Sir alone is enough to give you that satisfaction of beating a semi-decent tough fight. Smelter's just like, ugh, fuck off. The rest weren't even that, like, thrilling, really. Like, Elsana, the Squalid Queen, and fucking Sin weren't even like, oh, yay, I beat a boss, woo! It's kind of like, eh. Most of Dark Souls was like, eh, I did it, yay. It's Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1 and 3 that it's like, yes, I fucking did it. Fuck off. Woo! And Bloodborne. They're the ones that give you that, like, exhilaration. Especially for your first time. My god, Dark Souls 1 was such a rush when I first actually started beating things. That kicked my ass for hours. Ow. Alright, alright, alright. Son of a bitch. There's another one. Where? Hi? Would you say DS1 is like 2 or more like... It's more Demon Souls than Dark Souls 2 combat-wise, I would say. It's Demon Souls combat more refined, or at least gameplay as well. Dark Souls 2 kind of takes a different direction and a step backward for a lot of it. Even though each game going forward kind of slowly starts to feel more like Demon Souls, a good portion of it, Dark Souls 2 is kind of like Dark Souls 1 in the regards of that it's still slightly open-worlded. Dark Souls 3 is a bit more locked off for a good portion of it, where you gotta warp in and out to the hub and all. Same with Bloodborne. But aside from that, the combat is more Demon Souls with Dark Souls 1. Just more refined. Dark Souls 2 is literally a combat pace of its own. It's nothing like the others, in my opinion. And I just feel like Scholar is just an unnecessary thing. Well, yeah, it's nice to be able to get everything for the price of, you know, the game itself and not have to buy DLC separately for the price that you would have normally, which I forgot how much money the DLCs originally were. Being able to buy a game for like 30 bucks or whatever it is on PS4 and then get 3 DLCs for free, essentially, is definitely a nice deal. It's still expensive though, like just randomly out there, or $30 or $40. It's still like it could be cheaper, but like for a game that's not even really that updated, has some minor changes. I still am not happy that they did that with the knowing 2 is a whole different combat in a way. Yeah. Don't feel bad, dude. You saw how many deaths I've had at the hands of Dark Souls 3 or 2. Like, I may be approaching 200 deaths here in Bloodborne, but 300 deaths in Dark Souls 2 is no... there's a reason for that. It's... combat's... comparatively is garbage when it comes to that, compared to the others. I just don't have a lot of experience with Bloodborne as I do Dark Souls 1. Which makes me a little bit better at Dark Souls 3. Due to my combat experience with Dark Souls 1. Bloodborne is a unique game of its own as well. While it has similar combat, it's kind of like on its own as well, in terms of a lot of things. So that's like my experiences with Bloodborne is also a bit more limited because I haven't had as much time with it. I played it a handful of times, beat it a handful of times, enough to platinum it almost, and made several different characters with different streams or let's plays, some which are unfinished, and my co-op. But I still haven't played it. I've beaten Demon Souls at least, probably like... I did 2 straight playthroughs of Demon Souls on my Let's Play, which was New Game 1 and New Game 4, for some reason. Don't know why. But that's 4 playthroughs in one, like... without actually taking a break away from the game and playing something else. However many different sessions that was. That was 4 straight gameplay straight. Plus the amount of times I've already beaten it, which is probably like at least a good 6 or 7 times. I've beaten Dark Souls. When I first played Dark Souls and beat it, I played it at least a good 5 or 6 more times after that. So I was literally hooked on Dark Souls. So I beat it at least a good 7 or 8 times after that. I played Dark Souls a lot when I first started playing that game. Dark Souls 3 I've beaten a couple of times by myself, once on co-op, technically a second time on co-op, even though we haven't beaten Cinder yet, nor the second DLC with my buddy Reaper. But I've beaten that at least 3 or 4 times. Dark Souls 2 I've beaten more than the others, except Dark Souls. So I have less experience with Bloodborne. That's probably why I have more deaths than that and anything. So I feel Bloodborne to me is tougher than Dark Souls 1 and 3. That's just me. There's some crazy shit in this Chalice shit. I mean, come on. But, yeah, Dark Souls 2 is definitely a class of its own, though. The game may be filled with a lot of fodder bosses. There are some diamonds in the rough, and the areas are the worst. In every game, the areas will kick your ass more than anything, but Dark Souls 2's areas are god-tier awful. Just the random placement of bullshit in Scholar of the First Sin makes me hate that version to a passion. And when I first heard about its release, I was not happy. I was like, okay, Dark Souls 2 hasn't even been out for that long, and they're already putting it on the PS4. And it is just, it's not even good, in my opinion. The only reason why I played it is because I was planning to platinum it, because I prefer console trophies than anything. I don't even know why I'm a trophy or achievement hunter, but I've always have been. To me, as a 100%er, or, you know, a person who wants to 100% if I can, I always aim to get the trophies because it feels like another thing for 100%. It just feels like an additional thing to go for. Okay. At least I got that backbone, am I right? At least I had the backbone to get that backbone. Oops. I forgot the plus. Motherfucker. The moment I started getting that, I was like, oh no. And then there's 3 of them. I saw 1, and I'm like, alright, I should be alright. Wait, no, there's 3 of them. You fucker. You motherfucker. See that right there? That's some Dark Souls 2 shit. Yeah. Ow! Yeah, they give me something to greet for. Especially when games give you things for it. Ow. Alright, alright. Like, Dead Rising has some bonuses that they give you for in-game, which is very nice little touch. Left 4 Dead gave you, like, avatar stuff. I know Dead Rising gave you weapons and stuff like that for actually getting the trophies. You would actually get weapons and stuff that you can use actually in-game, which was really something interesting. I wish more gaming companies would do that for their trophies. I really like when they did that. It just felt like that made stuff more viable. Like, I know since it's Capcom, they gave you a lot of Capcom-related fun things, like kill 53,594 zombies in Dead Rising 1, you get the real Mega Man Buster, which is literally fucking OP and nearly one-shots everything. 1 to 2 shots bosses. You get, if you do an optional infinite mode, which is basically testing to see how long you can survive without, there's no time limit, but it tests to see how long you can survive, how many days you can go, where your health is rapidly dropping and limited amounts of food and other things. And if you manage to survive for 5 days, you get Zero's actual saber from Mega Man, and then the 7th day you get Arthur's boxers. But yeah, see, stuff like that's cool. There's more too. There's like a hockey mask you can get. There's a ammo belt, and a lot of other cool things. But like, not very many games do that. I would have liked to see stuff for that with like Sekiro or something, or Bloodborne. Like, give me fucking antlers. Not with a costume though, just literal antlers or something. I don't know. Don't know why I say antlers. That'd be hilarious, actually. Now I'm running in circles. There's already a costume for antlers. The only from soft game I platinum was Bloodborne because I fell in love with that and did DS3 just to do it. I think ultimately for me, they're more fun. Oh no, I always go for without the trophies. It's only when I complete the game and try to make a main character out of it, and then I just do it for the 100%. It's not so much for the trophies. I go try to just collect every item and weapon and thing possible, just to have everything. And then it's when I'm done with all that is when I think about the platinum. But if there's an easy trophy I can get, and I'm in reach, or, you know, if I see a trophy, it's like, oh, do this, I'll go for it. But ultimately, I don't play the game straight up like, oh, okay, this is my first time playing this game, I'm gonna platinum this. Like, there was a reason why I haven't platinumed Bloodborne yet. It's just because I haven't cared about it. It was just, I was just enjoying the game as is. Dead Rising or games like those, I'll platinum because I want to get the items for it. But certain things, I'll play the game for the first time, or, you know, the first time on a new console and go my way through it without actually caring about the trophies until after I've at least beaten that once. Yeah, it's not until I've beaten the game at least 2 or 3 times at most that I'll care about the platinum. Like with Sekiro. I didn't really care about the platinum until I've already beaten the game at least once. And then I became addicted to that game, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go for all the endings. All those endings, which I want to see anyway, which will give me some sort which will give me some achievements. So you know what? I might as well try to platinum it after that. I wasn't thinking about platinuming Sekiro until I've already seen all the endings, which are trophies anyway. Was that my soul echoes in her eyes that were tracking on the screen like that? That's cool. Yeah, and once I got all the endings in Sekiro and everything, I was already 3 or 4 ways into the game, and I was like, you know what? Fine. I'm able to platinum this. I might as well. Sat there for a good few hours or whatever, farming the skills to max out all the skill trees, and that was it. That was literally the last trophy I needed, was the skill tree thing. That, and then I needed to max out all the tools, or whatever, the prosthetic weapons. I needed to get all those maxed out, but yeah, I don't just sit there and play a game for the first time and be like, hey, let's platinum this. It's not until well after. See, with Dark Souls 3, I only care to try to platinum it. It's only because I want to get everything. I want to be able to get every item, every weapon, everything. Same with all Souls games or whatever. Any game I play, I plan to 100% it, which most of the time ends up in a platinum or at least close to thereof. Unless it's bullshit like with Dark Souls 2, where I got tired of it. Because enemies despawn, farming shit is a pain, and it's just monotonous to having you guys watch me farm for the dumbest shit because my soul memory is too high for me to do any sort of co-op at that point to sit there and try to make certain Covenant items easier to get, i.e. sunlight metals. But, like, also PvP things, having to kill 1,000 fucking opponents to get a ring, fuck that. And that's not even for a platinum, it's just for a thing that I want. I'm only deciding to platinum Bloodborne now because I have not gotten the last ending. I've seen it before, but I was like, you know what, I might as well just fucking get it. Like, I know it's kind of dumb. Normally I want to fight all the bosses. Not that I even can anyway in this playthrough, even if I wanted to, because I didn't get the 3rd or 4th umbilical cord. But still, like, it's like I might as well just get it now. Because once I get that last ending now and platinum the game, I never have to do that false, shitty ending anymore. And fight Gurman to my heart's content next several playthroughs afterward. Might as well just get it out of the way. And if it's an easy game to platinum, I'm doing it. Even if it takes a while. Bloodborne is actually one of the fastest, and Sekiro are one of the fastest to platinum. You don't gotta do that much grinding. You gotta do, or, you know, farming. To really get anything. Even in then, in Bloodborne, you don't really gotta upgrade multiple weapons down a certain path like in Dark Souls. Is there a way to tell which new game cycle you're on? No. No? Unless you know how much souls is given to you by certain enemies. Or how much certain set damage monsters do to you or bosses, then to me, no. Like, unless you're good at telling how much damage a certain thing or how much souls you're supposed to get from a certain given thing, I don't think there's a way to really tell. Like, I am on base new game, but, like, I don't know if there's, like, a way to tell aside from this thing gives me 100 echoes, or this boss gives me this many echoes on this new game without any buffs increasing the amount of echoes I get. I think Dark Souls 2 is the only game that actively, I believe, tells you. Even though you can ascetic bonfires to up that section's new game. But on your base new game, all the bonfires in Dark Souls 2 will have a number by it, indicating that you're on that new game. And then once you go on to New Game Plus, every bonfire goes up in level, including the ones you've already asceticed. So, like, that's the easiest way. That's the only one I can tell that has a number. That and when you beat Dark Souls 2, it'll literally ask you if you want to go on to New Game Plus, and if you say no, there's an option at the bonfire that'll say Journey to Drang Lake 2, indicating New Game Plus. And I'm assuming that says that it goes up in number every subsequent playthrough. It'll say Journey to Drang Lake 3, yada yada. I didn't think there was a way in each game we'll have two. I don't believe so, no. Aside from actually knowing how much a monster gives you. Like, that'll tell you, if you look at the wikis on how much souls a certain given monster or boss gives you on each new game tier, that'll tell you. Aside from that, no. Again, Dark Souls 2 is the only one that'll tell you outright with the bonfire levels. My favorite boss. Oh, you got ahead in life. Oi! Oh, fucking... Uh-oh. I gotta stop doing that. Get careless by his yump backwards. Can you, like... Okay, I can't just be trying to heal when I'm in front of him. I gotta actually dodge when he's doing that, but I thought he was gonna sit there and stall for a little bit. I don't know why. The earlier bloodletting beasts, yeah, they don't have as much health, but I was doing, like, so well with dodging him. Now I'm just getting fucked by everything. If I were better at fighting more unlocked, it'd be easier. Well, I am fighting unlocked because I'm rolling, but if I was better at fighting unlocked like I am with locked on, I'd be able to beat him easier. On top of that, like, I could fight him locked on, but him is not a very good idea. No, 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 no. No grabberoonies. I dodged that. Ah, excuse me. You stunned me there. Ah, motherfucker. His steps, man. He stuns me. That's what hits me. That's why he hits me a second time, is he stuns me. Like right there! He fucking thrust it into me. And it hurt. A lot. God damn it! Like, he literally hits me mostly after every attack. It's fucking annoying. Not even that hard to dodge for most part. He's just... I'm getting careless. Oh, and then that. And then he jumps back and it catches me off guard. And that too! Stop that, dude. Half the time I don't even see that stomp coming. Like right there, I didn't even see that coming. Stop that! stop, dude. I'm expecting that. I'm expecting the slam, not his stupid jump back. That got me there, fucker. Well, if you didn't keep jumping back when I'm literally thinking that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's why you're fucking me up. Apparently I'm not as good at bloodletting beasts as I would thought. God damn it. God, I'm awful at this fight. Oh. Caught me off guard. Did you? What? Okay. I was expecting a different attack, not that at all. God, that was horrible. What the fuck? I've done so much better on previous fights with him. Like, there was some earlier version, I think the very first time I encountered him, or the second time I encountered him, like, I was dodging everything. Well, guess what that means? Chalice are done. Chalice is done.
Gammon very well.
Alright, we have 50 arcane. The only thing we need now is 50 fucking stamina. Not that I need it, I just want to get, I guess I'll just get the souls off me. Might as well do some leveling. And get some echoes, or vials. That like barely dented any of my... Finally! Oh, I get to do the DLC. Time to get fucked by Gatling Bro. And Lawrence. And then I get to get fucking wrecked by Ludwig, probably. For a little bit, I don't know. Who knows, I could actually fucking destroy half these fights. I'm well over leveled. Well, not over leveled, but I'm well leveled up. And ready to fucking go. Grab me, bro. Grab me, bro. Wait. What?
Cursed fiends.
Ending-wise?
Their children too.
Or, what do you mean?
And their children forever true.
I'll come back to these 2 years, I feel like. Nah, I can understand that. You're talking about ending-wise? Yeah, there's only 2 endings, unlike Dark Souls 3. Have you seen the endings for Dark Souls 1? But with Dark Souls 3's endings, it's going to be the same as basically lighting the bonfire and sacrificing yourself to rekindle the fire and making sure, you know, the fire survives. Or you just say fuck that and walk out. The only difference in Dark Souls 2 is... Okay, it's kind of like Dark Souls 3's endings where you light the fire and sacrifice yourself. The only difference is there's really no bonfire you light. You kind of just walk into a throne and sit down, which is basically a kiln. So you're basically sacrificing yourself without actually lighting yourself on fire. Or there's the let's walk out and say fuck the flame. I'm just gonna let it fade. So it's basically the same as the first basic endings from Dark Souls 1 and or the endings from Dark Souls 3. Minus there's no bonfire that you light. So basically if you go into the kiln, you basically these golems basically make a bridge for you. You cross over them and you sit in a chair. And then the Emerald Herald, or the Shaunalat, the lady who levels you up, will basically tell you that the cycle is going to continue, basically giving you the whole New Game Plus spiel, where it's like, you now have rekindled a fire, souls will flutter anew, and the cycle will continue, basically just telling you, oh, hey, we're giving you a reason why New Game Plus happens. The other ending is, hey, I'm going to walk out, fuck the flame. And then you just see the dude walk down the giant pathway that led to the boss to begin with. And that's it. Nothing miraculous. I can show you them, just so that way you can see it. Let me make that a bit wider for you. It makes it hard for me to see what's happening, so that's why I don't full screen it.
You who link the fire. You who bear the curse. Once the fire is linked, souls will flourish anew, and all of this will play out again.
Light the fire ending.
It is your choice to embrace or renounce this.
This is the ending I did for my playthrough of Scholar.
Great sovereign.
It's the same thing, yeah. Minus no bonfire. But you're sitting in a giant kiln. That's what he's sitting in. So he's basically sacrificing himself to rekindle the fire, causing this to rebirth and everything. The whole reason why you light the fire in Souls 3 and 1 is to basically keep the age of humanity going for a brief, longer period. The walking out prevents that from happening and causes the age of man, or the age of darkness. Basically, let humanity take over and let the fire fade. And this is this is basically letting the fire fade. The walkout ending from Dark Souls 3, essentially what it is. Dark Souls 1's endings are basically the same thing. And there's only two. As he does Arthur the Aardvark's meme. No third, no fourth, no. There's only 2 endings. It's kind of, in my opinion, the most underwhelming. And that's it. It is literally the most underwhelming endings there. Not that any of the endings in the Souls games are really, like, great, because it's kind of just like, I'm gonna walk out. Now I'm the
reason your hair is thinning has been your shampoo?
Fuck off! I don't care. My hair's thinning because I have bad genes. And a receding hairline. Fuck off, shampoo. Anyway. None of the endings are really, like, that particularly grandiose or anything. It's there to kind of leave things open and for you to question exactly what happened, more or less. And they're kind of the same for the first 3 games. Minus that Dark Souls 3 has multiple other endings that you can get that kind of vary up what happens. But it's still kind of the same for a lot of it. Even Bloodborne's endings, all the Bloodborne endings are kind of grandiose. They're just like, I become a slug thing, or I wake up in the not dream of Yarnum, or I become the next Gehrman. That first ending wasn't bad, but I guess endings are kind of... Yeah, they are kind of like... A lot of them are kind of just trivial. They're not like the greatest endings. If you're looking for something like that, you're not going to find them in any of the Souls games. Sekiro's endings are kind of vague too, but at least they're a bit happier because Sekiro's you know, it's not like a dark game, if that makes sense. It's definitely a happier tone. One of the endings is pretty sad. If you kind of become connected to the characters in one regard, it's kind of like sadder. But the other endings are a bit happier. Because the game is not like focused on death and reverse birth and everything. Even though the main plot is you trying to prevent your character from being immortal, but still, like, the whole premise of Sekiro's endings aren't like so grandiose and like, oh, you're gonna either light the flame to keep the age going, or you're gonna say fuck that and let humanity take over. So it's definitely a bit of a happier tone on that front. Oh, okay. Ow, I have not done this in a while. Alright. He's a good guy. Yeah, pretty much. There is one ending in Sekiro that literally kind of cuts off a little before halfway through the game, and you basically say, fuck you, Lord Koro. I'm going to spoil this right now. There's one ending in the game that literally has you fight the old man that you meet early on. The guy who asks you to take out the rats. He'll become one of the bosses at the earliest ending. And you basically, to get that option, is you basically talk to your father, and he basically is like, do you want to forsake Koro? And you basically say yes, leaving you open to a boss fight that you fight, and then you basically backstab your father as well, but also become it's called the Asura route, which is basically you give in to evil. That's it. That's like the worst and most bad ending. Every other ending is good. Minus, like, one of the endings involves Kuro dying, but the other endings are still very good. Because they either revolve around you saving Kuro's life or sacrificing your own life. That's the endings for those games. And I have them all on YouTube if you want to check out all the endings. Or you could just look that up on YouTube itself. But Sekiro's endings are a lot better endings, in my opinion. And yes, you are a good character in general. Lore-wise, who rules in the lands of Dark Souls? If the Aged Man brings darkness. Lands in Dark Souls. It's a good question. Your character is human. So yes, he was born out of Manus from Dark Souls 1's humanity. Lore-wise, I wouldn't know, to be honest. I don't know which is the more current or most canonical. I don't know which ending is technically canonical. I would assume that considering you find the ash that ups your Estus healing in Dark Souls 2, meaning the character from Dark Souls 1 that sacrificed himself into the fire is the more canonical ending for that. Hence the ash that you use to up your Estus flask in Dark Souls 2. Meaning the Age of Humanity was put at hold, where he lit the bonfire. Meaning he saved the Age of Fire. Dark Souls 3, I believe, takes place after the fact that everything fell to shit, I think. Or maybe it was sacrificed again, but the fire faded again. So I think the canonical endings are the light yourself on fire endings. I think. I can at least tell you the first one is the more the light the fire ending from Dark Souls 1 is the more canonical one, just judging by the fact of the sublime bone dust was made from the ash, which is made from the chosen undead. If you read the lore description on it, making that the more I forgot about that gun. Pressure plate. Forgot about that. Plop. As for which Dark Souls 3 ending is canonical, I don't know. So I'm going to just say, yeah, humanity rules. I don't know specifically which character rules overall. I don't know if it's the Ring City. I don't know if it's the hermits from the Ring City. I know that's like a more big ending for Dark Souls 3. That could be the more canonical one. So I'm going to just say them, probably. It's all up to interpretation, really. And I don't think anyone really speculates on that front, so you never know. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything random. There, it looks like I got everything on that front. Oh, we're getting upwards of a shit ton of vials here. Alright, alright. And as for what Elden Ring takes place in, because I'm starting to see that it connects to Dark Souls in a lot of ways, even though I did not think it was, but it sounds like it is going to be a connection to some regard. With a different title for some reason. I just thought it was a successor to Souls entirely. No, it's something I do think about too. I've thought about it for a while now. It's just I can never really I can make the connection from 1 and 2, but not 3. But I always believe that the main ending is always going to be the one where you sacrifice yourself and then the fire fades again. Hence that Dark Souls 3 has multiple Lords of Cinder. And also which would explain why the ending of the game leads you to an area where everything is culminating into one big spot because of the amount of times the shit has been saved. And the world's just falling apart. God, you're fast. That also begs the question of what happened to your character, though. Like, are they actually burnt alive and just gone? Because Gwyn from Dark Souls 1 did the same thing, and he's still technically there, he's just a husk. Same thing with all the other Lords of Cinder. They were revived when the bell rung in the beginning of Dark Souls 3, and Ludlith is there. They're all Lords of Cinder. What happened to your character? I know Dark Souls 2 literally has the Sublime Bone Dust. If you read the description, it literally does state that it's made from the ashes of a previous Lord of Cinder, or a previous character who sacrificed himself. But the other Lords of Cinder are around. Gwyn's reincarnated into the Soul of Cinder. I don't know who the other Souls of Cinder are in that fight, whether or not they're probably Ludlith in them, but none of their attacks seem to correlate with half of the bosses of the souls that you fought, like the Abyss Watchers or any of them. So I don't think any of the fights that the Soul of Cinder cycles between besides Gwyn is any of those bosses. So who they are actually cycling through besides Gwyn, which is phase 2, I don't know either. It could just be the fact that it's using various moves from Dark Souls in general, like the spells and such. Ow, Boomhammer Man. Oi! Ah, God, you're the worst for me. Why? Oh, boy. That attack's easy to parry. Damn it. Get out of here. Woo-wee! Beast cutter. This DLC's gonna kick my ass. Ow! Fucking Doberman, get out of here! Wait, where were you guys a moment ago? I came over here, oh, Freddy. Fucking Doberman. Dogs with skin? I believe I actually got everything. It's been a while since I've traversed this DLC. My God, I just want to make sure I pick up some of these. Thank you. I just want to get rid of some of these item drops so I don't just keep coming back to them. I knew I was missing that somewhere. And yeah, also where Elden Ring's going to be taking place and how it's going to connect to Souls in some way. I thought it was just going to be a spiritual successor to Souls in general, having no correlation whatsoever. Kind of like how Dark Souls is a successor to Demon Souls, and it's technically, like, not canonical or connected in any way. It's just a sequel in title only, but it's known as a successor by the fandom. Meaning it takes the same premise and makes it better. Just because something is a successor necessarily doesn't make it an actual sequel in that regard. And I consider it a sequel, yeah, because of the name. But just because... And Bloodborne to me is a successor to Dark Souls, but doesn't mean it has any connection to it. Or... it's not a sequel. And Elden Ring is going to be no different. It may come after. It may be a sequel in that regard, but it's not a sequel in the regard that it's connected to Dark Souls in any way. But if it is, then that makes it a sequel in that regard. And that's fine. It just doesn't seem like it would be, because the name change. Because why not just call it Dark Souls 4? They just want to make a fourth Dark Souls without making a fourth Dark Souls. Unless they make a fourth Dark Souls. It's just dumb to me to have a freaking a Dark Souls 4 without calling it that and having it literally have some of the same characters in it. It just seems weird to me. Just make a Dark Souls 4. God dang it, how many blood... Give me all the blood vials. I just don't want to keep accidentally coming to these. Jesus. Thank you. I mean, I could have technically made more use of those vials, but... I don't plan on fighting Tentacle Santa Claus. Thank you very much. I don't know why I call him Tentacle Santa Claus. Hentai Santa Claus is what I've always called him for some reason. Clary! I am home for now. Clary Lawrence. Give me your pendant, motherfucker. I'll be back with your skull. Another thing I don't understand about this fight. In the base game, after beating Vicar Amelia, you basically touch a demonic skull. His head. Yes, I'm assuming this is the past, which would make sense. Old Hunters DLC. This is what this was before Bloodborne's present timeline. They'll go if Elden Ring ends up being DS4. It'll be just confused. Yes, exactly. Confused by the name change. Like, it makes sense that this is obviously supposed to be in the past. Hence, the changes. It just looks completely different, everything. And this is kind of as it was starting to fall to hell. The problem I have with that is, in the base game, you touch his demonic skull, seeing the whole made men by the blood scene. In order to fight him, you have to get his human head. But if you do, his head is right there, though. Why do you get two different head pieces in the game? So the reason... This is also Vicar Amelia's room, by the way. Which would make sense. You kill him here, which makes sense in the base game. You would get his demon head there because you slay him here. Which would make sense. Making Vicar Amelia have ties to him, maybe like a relative or a friend, and they're praying and paying their respects. Or they're just related by the fact that they're both vicars. Reindeer people. But then why do you get Lawrence's human skull? When that's his head! That I never understood. It's not like his head. It's not like he has two different heads. That I never understood. Anyway. Yeah, the name change is annoying. Like, I would have preferred Elden Ring to just be a new IP, like how Sekiro is. Even Bloodborne is a new IP, but it's still Soulsy, and people even consider it part of the Souls-esque franchise, hence by calling them Soulsborne. It's not like everyone calls it Soulsborne Sekiro. Because Sekiro's combat's entirely different, and gameplay is entirely different, while it has a similar premise of trying to be difficult. But they're all different. He got too big for his antlers. He molted. He molted his head. I see. Hentai Santa Claus. It just sounds funny. Tentacle Man. Big executioner fucker. Get backstabbed. You're a blood vial farm. As you always are, Mr. Executioner. I don't need your blood vials, though. Yeah, he's a blood vial bank. As he always is in the original as well. I don't know why the Executioner got much bigger and grew tentacles. Compared to the ones that you see in the base game, which are much smaller and less deadlier. Time for the Ring City. Oh, right, wrong DLC. I was going to say time for the Ring City, but not quite. Also, Bloodborne was meant to be 2 DLCs, which is, if you paid enough attention to Dark Souls 3 DLC after playing this, you can see a lot of a correlation. Hence the Blood River from the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. And then this stupid segment in Dark Souls 3 where you're getting spammed by ghost Black Knights. Or Silver Knights. With the fucking arrows. Yeah, this part kind of looks similar, don't it? A lot of basis went into a lot of basis for the other DLC that for this game went into Dark Souls 3's DLC. Could have ran there. Alright, so it's not as quick as I thought it would be. And now it is. Okay, one. Okay, that threw me off. It's random shots! Now it's shooting randomly. Not really, it just before it was shooting all at once. There we go. That's so weird. Ah! Hey, I used to be able to roll under the... Oh no, I could just hide there. Hi, giant amygdala statue. Actual amygdala body. I sworn you'd be able to roll under that. Maybe not. Alright. In before I die to that gun, because it's happened. Oh, hello. Oh, God, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about when you were playing this. Forgot about that gun. Do it now. I've died to that many times. Forgot about that fourth fucking gun that's just randomly chilling there. Oh yes, Mr. Timed Molotov Man. And this is why I did Chalice. Hi, Boomhammer Man. Motherfucker. Probably the only hunters I'm good at. You want to count them as hunters. They're actually pathetic hunters comparatively to the actual game's hunters. A lot of them. Especially the Canehurst Crow variants and the Canehurst Crow itself. They're like the worst. They're just the most deadly. That and the hunters and the chalices that I was fighting, because the rotted and fetid really upped the difficulty of those. And that's why I did it, because I wanted to experience the difficulty hype. And man, the amount of souls I was getting down there. Woo! Damn it. I don't... Fuck! I was stuck on wheelchair, bro. Jackass. I knew that was gonna happen. At least I have enough health. And my fucking armor is fire resistant. Fucking better be. Bitch is a pyromancer. I'm also klutzy. Excuse me. Oh. Is that who I... Oh, I am nearby the beast guy, aren't I? Yeah, come here, beast boy. Is that not parry? Oh, God. You get shot. Quit roaring at me, it's rude. Nice dodge. Ah! God damn it. You got me caught. I hate that I spam rolls when I'm stuck in a wall instead of actually trying to do something about it. It's because I'm panicking. Fuck you. Oh, man. Man! I didn't even get the shortcut either. Alright. Out of my way. Out of my way. Yeah, he is a beast. He's not even hard. He just timed a good dodge at the last second and got me stuck in a wall, and then I panicked. Oh, hello. Fucking Doberman dogs, please! No, I missed my item, but I got my shortcut. Sort of. I can at least go back to right there instead of having to cut through all that shit. I'm gonna go back and get my item now. Completely forgot about that area, and I was like, the moment I died, I was like, damn it, I didn't even get the shortcut, and that's what made me remember that.